Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the 2021 Quincy Bell Sports MLB season preview. Your baseball season really creeped up on everyone. An unprecedented season last year, 60 games. Dodgers win the World Series. All right, we talk about football, basketball, and the next season's about to start. April 1st is when it starts, and I was kind of like, I got to get a video out. And it was either now or the 31st when there's no basketball on. And I figured now would be a lot better. So we're going to go through each of the division winners, the wild cards, AL MVP, NL MVP, AL Cy Young, NL Cy Young. And then who do I think will be playing in the World Series and who I think is going to win the World Series. And just to remind y'all, if you check out last year's preseason video, I encourage you to go find it. Last year's preseason video, my World Series prediction was Dodgers and Rays, and the Dodgers win. What ended up happening? I am unprecedentedly good. 2016, I picked the Cubs. 2017, I picked the Astros. 2018, I picked the Sox. 2019, I picked the Astros. The Nationals ended up winning. And last year, I picked the Dodgers. So I've been, not to brag, even though I'm totally trying to brag, I've been pretty good with a lot of these predictions. So let's start with our first division, the American League West. This is a pretty tight division. I think it's a two-team race. There's a third team that I feel like can also get in, but here are my standing predictions. 5th place, the Rangers. Rangers are a garbage team. I'm sorry. They're terrible. They have no one really that great. We got Joey Gallo, and that's it. Not a lot of promise there. Josh Jung's an exciting young player. Work around him, but I'm sorry, the Rangers are not a good team at all. In 4th place, I have the Seattle Mariners. This team has a lot of exciting young talent. Kyle Lewis, Jared Kelenic, who's a really good young prospect. I think they're going to call him up, and I think he's going to win Rookie of the Year. Jared Kelenic's a stud. And they just got Kyle Lewis, who won Rookie of the Year last year, Julio Rodriguez, Logan Gilbert, Taylor Trammell. They've got a lot of exciting stuff. In 3rd place, I'm going to have the Angels. I'm sorry, you can't win only having Mike Trout. I know you got Rendon too, but once again, their pitching is just awful. In 2nd place, I have the Houston Astros. Not a great team last year. I know they made the playoffs, and I know they made the ALCS. They had a losing record. They made the playoffs with a losing record. They totally shouldn't have been in the playoffs to begin with. And then winning the division, I have the Oakland Athletics. I know they lost, Liam Hendricks. He's on the White Sox now. But the Moneyball crew always finds a way to end up getting it done. I don't think the Astros are a great team. I think they're trending in the wrong direction. And with fans back in attendance, oh my goodness, they're going to get so much help. People don't forget, you cheating scums. But I just think that the A's are the best all-around team in this division, and I think they end up winning that division. Coming in last in the AL Central, it's either the Royals or Tigers. Take your pick. It doesn't really matter. I think I'm going to say the Tigers finished last place with the Royals right above them. Those two teams are both terrible. They've got some promising pieces. Bobby Witt Jr. is pretty cool. Casey Mize is pretty cool. But that's really all you guys have to look forward to. In 2nd and 3rd place, this is also really close. The Indians and Twins. What order do you want to put them in? I'm going to say I think the Twins go ahead of the Indians. But the Twins also lost some talent from last year, and I think the team that will come in with the number 1 seed, not only do I think they will be the number 1 seed in the number 1 seed in the American League, Chicago White Sox. Part of this is because they're playing in a weaker division, but this team has a lot of talent, and I think this could be their breakout year. Yes, they just lost Eloy Jimenez for 5 to 6 months because somebody tried to rob a home run on a ball 30 feet over the fence like a complete idiot. But with new manager Tony La Russa, I think they're going to do a lot of great things. Tim Anderson, Yohan Moncada. I'm sorry, I'm bad at remembering names. But Tim Anderson, Yohan Moncada, Luis Robert, they just got Lance Lynn and Liam Hendricks. That's going to be some big pitching help because they lacked in the pitching. They had Giolito, and it was nobody else. So I think that's going to be some major help to the pitching. I think they win the number 1 overall seed. And winning the AL East, last place I have the Orioles. Sorry, they're just not a very good team. I mean, they got Adley Rutsch. Adley Rutschman's cool, and he should make his MLB debut this year, I think. But he's really cool. But you don't really have that much in terms of talent. Red Sox, I have fourth. I have the Blue Jays third. The Rays second. I'm telling you, even when losing Snell and Morton, never trade with the Rays. Luis Patino, who they got for the Padres, I'm telling you, he will be a stud. The Rays are going to be fine. They're like the new age Moneyball crew. I like what the Rays got going. I mean, this team just won the American League. I mean, I think they're going to be okay. But winning the AL East, I have the New York Yankees. I mean, Garrett Cole, DJ LeMahieu, Aaron Judge, Stanton, all their studs that they have. I think that they should win that division pretty easily. And coming in as your two wild card teams, I have the Rays and the Blue Jays. Like I said, Rays just made the World Series. They should have no problem getting back to the playoffs. I think they'll be all right. And I mean, their bullpen is just full of studs. They can win games with like their bullpen alone. And the Blue Jays just got George Springer, Hyunjin Ryu, I think is poised for a good year. Bichette and Vlad Jr. are just going to keep continuing to develop. Roddy Tellez, big power bat, like what the Blue Jays got cooking. I think they sneak in with that last wild card spot. The NL West, a lot of people think the two best teams in baseball are in this division, the Padres and the Dodgers. This is going to be a really hotly, tight, contested division. It's going to come down. We might have a game 163. Think of how cool that would be. But I'm going to take the Dodgers. I think they definitely have the better hitting than the Padres, and I think the hitting is what's going to get them through the regular season with Bellinger, Seager, Betts, and company. No Jock Peterson. He's on my Cubs now, but the Dodgers still a terrific powerhouse team looking to defend their crown in 2021. The NL Central, last place I have the Pirates because they're just an atrocious team. Ke'Bryan Hayes is pretty cool. So I guess you guys have that going for you. In fourth place, I have the Reds. I'm sorry, Trevor Bauer carried your team, and you barely made it to the playoffs, and now he's gone, and your hitting couldn't score a run in the playoffs, and I don't know what you're going to do. I don't think you're a very good team. The Brewers I have in third. Their bullpen is nuts. They have Hader and Devin Williams. They also have Christian Yelich, who I think is an MVP caliber player. A lot of people are underrating Christian Yelich. They're like, oh, he still exists. But not much after that. I have the Cubs in second. I don't know, kind of a biased pick. I'm a Cubs fan, but winning the division, I have the St. Louis Cardinals. They just got Nolan Arenado. He's obviously a great player. I think he's going to thrive at a change of scenery because I think he hated it in Colorado. I think he's going to thrive in St. Louis. They still got Paul Goldschmidt, Jack Flaherty is a legit ace starting pitcher. They should have no problems with this division. And winning the NL East, I have the Atlanta Braves. Last place will be the Phillies just because they're an absolute joke of a team. Did you know that last year the Phillies had the highest bullpen ERA of all time? It was over 7. That's how bad their bullpen is. The Marlins I have in fourth. Honestly, the Marlins are the best story from last year in baseball. This terrible team, they get ate up with COVID. They're basically just a practice squad. And they rally together and they make the playoffs. Not only making the playoffs, winning a playoff series, I just don't think it's sustainable for a 162-game season. Although I'm interested to see what they can do. I think the Nationals will finish third. They kind of have like the worst World Series hangover like of all time. Did they finish last in that division or something? I think they'll be better this year. And I think the Mets are just on the cusp. I think the Braves are just an all-around better team. I know the Mets got Lindor, and they're looking like a really good team. I do have the Mets making the wild card along with the San Diego Padres with, in my opinion, baseball's best starting rotation. Darvish, Snell, Dinelson Lamet, Mike Clevenger. I know Clevenger's out for an extended period of time. Chris Paddock and top prospect Mackenzie Gore. That rotation is nasty. They go 5 deep, 6 deep. I mean, that's how good their rotation is. The bullpen is bullpen's okay. They've got Craig Gas Can Stammen, but I don't know. I think their bullpen is meh. All right. I think they should be all right, though. And the Mets obviously have the best pitcher in baseball, Jacob deGrom. In my opinion, he's the best. AL MVP. I'm going with DJ LeMahieu. This man could absolutely rake, And I predict that he is just going to light the roof off of the world this year. I am high on DJ LeMahieu. I think this is going to be his best. I know he's had some great seasons average wise. This is going to be his best season yet. Watch out for DJ LeMahieu. He's my pick for AL MVP. NL MVP, give me Juan Soto. I'm a huge Juan Soto fan. I love what he's got going. He came up at 18, entering his prime. I think he's going to not necessarily shock the world because I think a lot of people are expecting him to have a really good season. He's going to have like an unprecedented season. I think this guy could hit like 300 and hit like 50 home runs. I think this guy's an absolute maniac, and I'm really excited to see what he's going to do. AL Cy Young, I'm going with a bit of a sleeper pick, and I'm going to pick Tyler Glasnow of the Tampa Bay Rays. His curveball is one of the nastiest pitches in all of baseball. He has an electrifying fastball that can reach triple digits. I think if he can get his control's not the greatest. I think if he can get that under control, he's a dangerous pitcher. This guy is electric whenever he takes the mound. I think he's going to have a breakout year. I think he wins AL Cy Young. And NL Cy Young, I said it before, I think Jacob deGrom's the best pitcher in baseball. I think he's going to grab the NL Cy Young. So now, who do I have competing in the World Series? I got both of these right last year. This year, I think it will be the Padres and the Yankees. Now, I don't have the Padres winning the division, but I have them making the World Series because I think the Dodgers are better equipped for the regular season. The Padres pitching that they have is built for October. You're telling me you have to go up against 4 legit ace-strength pitchers: Snell, Darvish, Lamet, Paddock's off and on, but I mean, they are loaded. They are absolutely loaded with pitching. That's how the Nationals won a World Series when they were a wild card team. Who's to say the Padres can't do it? And I think I know I said the White Sox would get the number 1 overall seed, but I think the Yankees are just the better team. I mean, I think they're deep with their pitching with Cole and company. They just got Jamison, and they got Corey Kluber and Jamison Tyone. I think I'm not sure how good Kluber's going to be. What did he pitch? 1 inning last year and was hurt all year. Jamison Tyone is very underrated. That man had to carry a pathetic Pirates team. I think Jamison Tyone will be a good addition to their team. But who do I have winning the World Series? Will it be the Padres for the first time ever in franchise history, or the Yankees winning for the 28th time as the most historic franchise in the history of sports? I think David knocks out Goliath. Give me the San Diego Padres to win their first ever ring this year. I think that pitching is going to do some special things. I think Tatis and Machado are going to tear it apart this year. I think role players like Trent Grisham and Eric Hosmer and Will Myers, those are some underrated bats. I think they break out this year. This is a fun, exciting team to watch. I think they take it all the way and win their first ever World Series. Give me the Padres to take October and win the Commissioner's big piece of metal trophy this year. So I hope you guys enjoyed this MLB season preview. Let me know what you agree with, what you would disagree with, and I'll see you next time.